Hi friends, Right Careers welcomes you to another brand new video. This is Sudarshan, your career coach. Before we get on to this week's topic, the customary thing, in case you have subscribed to my YouTube channel, thank you so much. And in case you haven't, do click on the subscription and the bell button for instant notifications of career and parenting related videos on a regular basis. Now, moving on to this week's topic, the topic that we have taken is highly contemporary and relevant in nature. And not only that, it's the most happening career, I would say. Straight away, getting on to the topic that we have chosen is careers in machine learning. Now, in the recent years, if you see the usage of words like artificial intelligence, machine learning, IoT, which is Internet of Things, robotics, have increased a lot. Conventional computer science engineering, conventional degree programs have been replaced with, interdisciplinary programs that is clubbed with computer science engineering or mechanical engineering or even electrical engineering, electronics, so on and so forth. You club AI or ML with anything and everything and study. And that's how the pattern has been. Now, companies across the world, globally, if you ask me, you know, all the companies almost, all the tech companies almost are investing billions and billions of dollars in machine learning to improve the lives of people. Yes, it has definitely improved the lives of people. We will see how, from Google Maps that we use on a daily basis to Alexa, it's all machine learning everywhere. Now, in 2019, if I remember, Indeed, a renowned career portal ranked machine learning as the number one job, going around, and that still holds true, I would say. For the last 8 years, the jobs and careers in machine learning have grown by 800 percentage. Yes, the job market has grown by 800 percentage in the last 8 years. Therefore, we can safely say machine learning is one of the safe career, and not only safe career but also a future and future proof career for sure. Moving on, now that we know, what machine learning, how machine learning as a career is, we need to know what exactly machine learning is. Most of us would have come across this terminology, everywhere, but then not many will know what machine learning is. To address them, first of all, let's try to understand. Now, basically, machine learning essentially, is a branch of artificial intelligence. So it comes under artificial intelligence. Now it is aimed at enabling the computer to think on its own. Don't get me wrong. How you can ask me, how can computer think on its own? Yes, and that's what machine learning does. So it enables the computers to think on its own based on what? Based on the experiences. Now, based on the not only based on the raw data or the algorithm, but based on its experience. Now, you might ask me, how can computer have an experience? Human beings will have experience, but whether computers will have an experience, the answer to that is yes. We will see how it is. So essentially, at this point in time, you need to know that machine learning allows the computers to think just like humans. Now, still confused, I'll give few examples. The classic example of machine learning, I would say, is in YouTube and Facebook. Is the video recommendation in YouTube or Facebook. Now, when you go to YouTube channel, any YouTube, you search for some videos. For example, you search on how to make biryani, just an example. Now you watch the video. The next time you come to YouTube, it throws you a lot of suggestion, right? It throws you how to make pulao, how to make peas pulao, how to make vegetable pulao, vegetable biryani, non-vegetarian, chicken, whatever it is. It throws you from different YouTubers, right? That's an example. So it basically recommends without even you knowing, and that's an example of machine learning. This happens in YouTube. This also happens in Facebook. Another great example that I can think of is in the email. When you go to Gmail, you have email classification these days. Good old days, we only used to have all the emails in one box. But now there are email classification, like spam detection is definitely there in email. And not only that, in Truecaller also you see spam detection is there. You can enable it. That's an example of machine learning. If you go to Gmail today, there are three aspects: primary email, promotional email, social email. So how does this get classified? It's nothing but usage of machine learning. And then Google Maps suggestion is another example of machine learning, where you take, for example, you travel from Chennai to Bangalore, it gets recorded in your phone, and then the next time you travel, it asks whether Chennai to Bangalore, right? That's an example of machine learning. Face recognition is another example of machine learning. Even when you go to Netflix or Spotify, these are two platforms that are immensely successful across the globe. Now, Netflix recommends or Spotify recommendations are purely based on machine learning algorithms. Or even the product recommendation at Amazon or Flipkart. You buy a product, it recommends a product, right? You would have come across this. Not the clubbing part. Clubbing part is actual sales. It can actually need not be actual sales. It can still be a machine learning experience. But then, the product recommendations that happens at Amazon or Flipkart is also an example of machine learning algorithm. I'm sure that with these examples, you now know what machine learning and how machine learning has an impact already in our day-to-day walks of life. Moving on, where and all machine learning is applied? It is applied across diverse industries. It's not only applied in one industry. It is applied across industries like fintech, which is financial technology, edtech, education technology, computer and programming, product management, supply chain management, logistics, the wearables that we are doing, the watches, gadgets, wearables and IoT we call, healthcare industry, insurance industry, investment banking, so on and so forth. Machine learning is applied these days successfully. Now that you know what is machine learning, which industries use machine learning, we also need to know how does this work in a basic way. I mean, I can't tell what you will be studying in college, but then I can tell how does machine learning work from a common man's perspective. So through machine learning, computers are generally fed with statistics and algorithms, which means you will feed the statistics, you will feed the algorithms to process the data. Now, from the raw data, the computers from the raw data that you feed in the computers themselves learn based on the algorithms that you have set, and they themselves learn based on the algorithms and also based on its experience and do recommendations. These are not fed based on your coding that you are making. Generally, as programmers, you feed the code, right? Now, machine learning, unlike that, you don't need to code. It learns from its own experience. Moving on, what are the career prospects of machine learning? The first career prospect that I can think of is definitely a machine learning engineer. So what do they do? Machine learning engineers, they design complex programs and algorithms. That's what they do. So how do they design? They design using languages like Java or Python or Scala, etc. So they design, and then some of the major skills that are required for you to become a machine learning engineer includes programming, obviously, the probability part and statistics, very, very important, decision making skills, data modeling, and machine learning algorithms. So these are some of the skill sets that are required to become a machine learning engineer. The second career that I can think of in machine learning is definitely of a data analyst. We have seen a separate video of how to make a career in data analyst. I've given the link in the link section. You can always have a look at it. But then data analyst and machine learning go hand in hand. What do a data analyst do? A data analyst uses mathematics, statistics, and programming language to derive meaningful insights, right, from the data. From the data that is fed, they derive the meaningful insights, and these data, meaningful insights are, from the raw data are made into actionable insights, that is meaningful insights, and then they pass it on to the business leaders, who in turn take business decisions for their organization. So that's a very important role that a data analyst does using machine learning. So that's the second career prospect. The third career prospect, important career prospect that I can think of, is of a NLP scientist. What is NLP? It's not neuro-linguistic practices or something like that. It's natural language processing. So what does natural language processing? It involves giving machines the ability to think on its own. So this is how does this done? An example is it might talk to you. The machine might actually talk to you. You go to some websites, it says, hello, how are you? What can I do for you? These are examples of NLP, or natural language processing. How is something which you will study in your academic program. So these are the top three careers that I can think of when it comes to making a career in ML. So moving on to the last segment, how do you make a career in machine learning? It's important. So it goes without saying that the basic criteria for you to become an ML professional is you got to be very, very strong in mathematics, statistics, and coding, programming to a large extent. So if you are not strong in either of the one, please think of an alternate career. It is advanced integral calculus, advanced modeling. Therefore, you got to be very, very strong in mathematics and statistics and also programming. It's very essential that you also have a very strong communication skills, because you got to communicate with machines. So you got to have that. Some programming languages which are essential include C++, Java, Python, or R, etc. So these programs will definitely help you. a very strong academic background is essential for you to make a career. If you're an average student, below average student, there are hundreds of career options for you to choose from. You got to be slightly above average to make a very strong career in machine learning. A majority of these courses are offered at master's level, but then these days we find machine learning to be offered at undergraduate level also, say BTech in artificial intelligence and machine learning, something like that. So a lot of universities, some IITs do offer where you can study, but then these courses are generally offered with a tie-up courses like with IBM or Tata Consultancy Services. They do these courses in reputed universities like VIT, so on and so forth. So these are essentially engineering programs. You can still make a career if you're a non-engineer by studying statistics and becoming a data analyst and get hands-on experience. And people I've seen flourish in their career with this very strong statistics and mathematics background and experience of ML, right? So this is how you can make a career in machine learning, and that's exactly what I have for this week. And in case you wish to know more about how to make a career in machine learning, do write back to us. All the credentials are mentioned beneath this video. And until next time with another brand new video, see you all. Have a safe time. Thank you.